What you know about Kendrick Lamar dissing J. Cole and Drake? What you know about the beef going on right now? Well, guess what? Drake just released a new diss track. Some has argued that it's AI. We'll reveal later on. But first, let's just talk about how this shit started from the jump and the fact that we got little sub disses going back quite a ways between Drake, between Kendrick Lamar. But let's talk about J. Cole's response. So off of We Don't Trust You, Metro Boomin, and Future, Kendrick Lamar dropped some verses and some bars aimed towards Drake. We got a lame response from J. Cole. Now, fans have argued left and right about this. They say, oh, J. Cole is just showing his maturity and all. But what has J. Cole been doing for the past like 6 months to a year? What has he been doing? Big up on himself, talking about how he's the king, he's the GOAT.
Like, what did he say? If Jesus asked for a feature, he might see the Reaper?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said he was Muhammad Ali, right?
Pretty much. He's trying to claim a crown, but then backs down.
And my problem with the way that the situation transpired, it's not the fact that he wrote the diss song. It's the fact that how he wrote it out and how he wrote it back. If he wanted to stay out of it, he should have did the smart thing and just stayed out of it.
Just not said anything.
But because he dropped it, put it on his project, it overshadowed his project. It was mid. The project was kind of
so
mid.
For those that don't know, we're talking about 7 Minute Drill.
Yeah.
We're talking about 7 Minute Drill, which was released in response to Kendrick Lamar's verse off, what was the track off of the album with the Metro Boomin and Future? What was the track
That.
called?
It was called Like That.
So off of Like That, right, we got a response from J. Cole in the track 7 Minute Drill. Now, looking at the lyrics for 7 Minute Drill, I mean, John P's Caddy with Benny the Butcher has harder lyrics than this shit.
Absolutely. And you could kind of tell from the record that he didn't want to make the record.
Well, so that's the other element. So then after releasing 7 Minute Drill, we thought, okay, this is kind of mid, but it's game on. It's game on. Like, it's a warning shot. All right, J. Cole, we ready for the real diss track that you cooking up in the kitchen, that you ready to release.
Or at least he was setting it up for Kendrick to respond.
And we were excited.
Try to do something.
We were excited. But guess what happened? Then within the same goddamn week, two things happened. All right. One, J. Cole did an apology and then begged fans to applaud Kendrick Lamar while apologizing about this shit on stage in front of God knows how many people. And then he had Spotify remove the track. He removed the fucking 7 Minute Drill track. It's like, man, okay, I get you may not have been happy with your work, but J. Cole, you a beast. You one of the GOATs. But now it's like, I don't know if I can consider J. Cole and the Big Three at this point with that lukewarm response. And this makes you want to unfollow him on Instagram.
Well, I think he definitely, at the very minimum, removed himself from the Big Three conversation. It doesn't matter if he is currently one of the most relevant artists in the game. By sidestepping the battle, or at least by acknowledging it and then saying he apologized for dropping the diss, he removed himself from the competition, right? It was like a DQ, basically. It was a scratch. So that was the worst thing he could have done. The best thing he could have done, if he really felt how he said on the stage, was never write a diss track at all. And nobody would have been mad if J. Cole never dropped the diss track.
If he didn't reply.
It was only really subs going at him. Kendrick was going for Drake, for sure. And he was just dropping a couple of subs at J. Cole. J. Cole didn't have to respond. Nobody would have been like...
He didn't have to.
Nobody would have been like, oh, fuck it, J. Cole you let Kendrick just diss on you. His homies kind of hyped him up too much because I don't feel like Kendrick came for him. But since he spoke out, since he threw a punch back, you're in the fight now. Now you in the match. Basically, all he did was tap out.
Got in the ring, wiped his head off, and said, all right, that's it. I'm done.
Exactly.
One swig of water. All right, I'm out.
I didn't mean that. My bad, bro. My bad.
Well, because it was acting like Kendrick's got shooters on the roof for J. Cole. And it's like, because J. Cole decided to respond, you don't half-ass your reply. Because it's not about motherfuckers finding you in the streets, hiding up on your block. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, though two very mature artists, they've demonstrated emotional intelligence in their lyrics. They not on some young boy NBA shit, right? It's just not on the same level, right?
Nah.
So at the same time, I'm like, rap beef, when it's in its purest hip hop elements form,
Yes.
right? As elements of hip hop is battling,
Yes.
as well as DJing and graffiti expos, freestyling, producing. Part of that is the craftsmanship, the skill of going back and forth, the one-upmanship of two rappers heading off as a battle of wits, right? J. Cole turned this into some other shit. I'm spiritual. I don't want to upset people.
But this is why I don't agree with the take that J. Cole isn't about that life. I think he truthfully just backed off of something he wasn't ready for. I'm tired of people painting J. Cole as like some type of super conscious rapper. He's not Talib Kweli. He's no Black Thought where he's not even like an Andre 3000 where all they talk about is like socially conscious political stuff. They don't really get into the beef inside, even though they're highly lyrical. J. Cole has always kind of been a braggadocio rapper. He's got songs like Get Off My Dick and shit like that. So he's not socially conscious. Like I think he's found some consciousness as of late. But I don't really look at him I view him as the type of rapper that is okay with competition. And he's been pushing that bar. And he's been pushing that message for the past year or so. And now all of a sudden he gets his chance. And all he could do is be like, oh, I couldn't sleep at night. And Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorites. I can't believe I dissed him. Where did this come from?
You know what's going to happen next week? He's going to reveal his new Kendrick Lamar face tat on his chest.
I know you're a fan of Kendrick, but that doesn't mean that you can't stand on your guns with the little diss track you did and just let it rock, bro. Like,
own up for it. Own up for it.
You let Nas down for real this time, bro. Like, I know Nas gave you that feature and said you didn't let him down. But Nas would have never, ever did that. And it was just about rap beef between him and Jay-Z. It wasn't no street shit. Like, they never made it street. But Nas made it a fact of the matter that he was the better rapper. Even though Jay-Z got more record sales and all of that. Ain't nobody
He won the beef. He won the beef between Jay-Z and Nas. Nas won that shit. He's king of New York when it comes to that versus Jay-Z.
And let's not even talk about Cole anymore because he's excluded from the big three now.
But now, this just in, as of today, the day this is recorded, Drake actually has replied with his own diss track, Give Me 50. So I'm very impressed with Drake's ghostwriters and Drake, if he's written any of these lyrics. I'm very impressed with this because this is the Drake we need to see. We don't need to see the subtle emo Drake dropping hints and subtle sneak disses left and right. We need to see this Drake coming for blood, and some of the lyrics of this track have blown me away.
He brought some bars, like, in this record is like tenfold of the J. Cole record. The J. Cole record was a throwaway track. This is a legit diss. Now, can Drake drop something harder than this? I'm not sure. But as in its current state, because Kendrick only did one verse, Kendrick got to come back with a whole diss song now, in my opinion, if he wants to top this.
Well, like, because from what I hear, Kendrick's got his song already ready to fly.
Okay.
Ready to go. Is from what I hear. I heard that about Drake. I doubted Drake more than Kendrick.
I did.
Now I'm not doubting Drake.
And I doubted how good a diss track would be from Drake. But this is really good music from Drake.
Drake raps in his diss track in response to Kendrick Lamar's shots that were fired. Drake is rapping and dropping Give Me 50. This the bark with the bite in Word What's Up. I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. And then pull your contract because we got to see the split. Hey, the way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. We know this is from the music video for N95 after Mr. Morale, one of the only tracks off that album that I will repeatedly listen to over and over, where in the music video, Kendrick Lamar
is doing push-ups. Tell him dropping, getting 50. And so what's interesting about the way he's talking about his contract is clearly Drake has some inside information about Kendrick's deal and how his money's coming up. And he's basically saying you ain't tight over there. That's why you dropped from TDE and you doing something else because your money wasn't right over there. Like, and you don't want to admit that, but I know what was really going on. And he keeps referencing Top, and I think he's talking about Top Dog Entertainment.
Well, and this also it leads me to believe this is not AI generated. Like some fans have been questioning its veracity. No, this is not AI. AI doesn't know this shit. AI doesn't know the shit behind the scenes with Kendrick Lamar and his record shit. Man, the lyrics just keep coming. I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down.
Not pulling punches. Not pulling punches.
Not pulling punches. Motherfuckers have black eyes just after listening.
Yeah. What I like about the diss overall is he went for everybody on his song. Everybody that he was like, what, this a 20v1? And he was like, y'all got to gang up on me to beat me?
Yeah.
Which means that I must be super relevant because y'all ain't come at me by yourselves.
Speaking of which, he also calls out a producer that we've definitely covered on the cast before.
Yeah.
So he says, I get more love in the city that you from. And word. Metro, shut your hoe ass up and make some drums.
Hey,
oh, man. Oh, man.
Hey, look, ain't nobody gonna be calling me hoe ass nothing, bro. Hey, look, that's them fighting words, man. Them, like, if somebody tell you shut your hoe ass up, yeah, you better put your fist up at that point, or at least say something back. Like Metro, you need to get on your Twitter account right now and be like,
yes,
I ain't no hoe, I ain't nobody hoe. You ain't be talking to me like that.
Oh man, this is really nice because we're starting to see motherfuckers actually own up and respond. This is what we wanted.
Drake
from the
is getting
very
tired
beginning.
of people picking on him. He feels like people thinks that he's soft because he makes R&B music. He got slapped up by Diddy, but
he's doing the pop shit.
Yeah, but now I think Drake is like, okay, yeah, Diddy smacked me, but Diddy is like super gangster. Like we can't forget Diddy is Diddy. And you know, I feel like that situation, they was like, oh, Drake's soft because Diddy smacked him. No, I think Diddy would smack a lot of dudes. He is a real goon. But I don't think anybody else just gonna run up and smack Drake. I don't think anybody else could get away with that. I think only Diddy could get away with something like that.
All I know is P. Diddy's got more to worry about than slapping other men.
He getting slapped with some charge.
He's getting the smackdown on a whole other level. Make sure to check our expose playlist out on the upper corner of the screen as we reveal a lot of shit you may not know about P. Diddy's raid. But ultimately, I would just say, man, thank you, Drake, for actually coming through and showing us you can still rap again in the style that we know you can.
This is why we continue to cover you, Drake, because we know you got some hidden gems in the locker.
So Drake, bar for bar, is coming for blood. You had a song for 4 years, drop that shit and shut your mouth. It's me, twice in my big three. I had to leave you out.
Sheesh.
So what did y'all think about this response from Drake? Do you think Kendrick Lamar can come back equal to this, bar for bar? Comment below, like and subscribe, and tune in for another episode of From the Jump.